Hello, family. This is RC Blakes, and I am so thoroughly excited. I'm excited because Queenology 2024 is coming back to Atlanta, Georgia, August the 23rd through the 25th. The host hotel is going to be the Whitley Hotel. Amazing. Women are literally coming from around the world. It is a multicultural, multi-generational, multiracial movement of women from around the world. And I want to invite you and yours to meet Lisa and I in Atlanta, Georgia at the Whitley Hotel, August the 23rd through the 25th for Queenology. For those that have the Royal Court package, it will afford you your entire stay for the weekend. It will also afford you a private, formal dinner with Lisa and I to open Queenology up. It also affords you admission to every event, everything that's happening for the entire weekend. Now, we also have the Saturday brunch and intensive package, which allows you to get into the brunch where Lisa and I will be sharing the messages that God has given us for 2024 to share with the ladies. This year, I'll have my own message, and Lisa will also have her very own message. It's going to be powerful. During the Saturday brunch and intensive, we're also going to have a very distinguished panel of men that are going to sit before the queens and answer the questions that women have always wanted to ask men. It's going to be amazing. Now, also those that are part of the VIP experience, there will be a time where Lisa and the ladies will gather in what they call, I think, the pajama party. And it will be a time where women will have conversation among women. I'm really excited about the culmination of Queenology this year because none other than the incomparable Dave Hollister is coming to be a part of our closing event, the all-white party. He's going to sing the Queenology theme song as well as entertain the ladies, the queens, for that evening. Queenology 2024 promises to be like none other. Those of you that want information, if you desire to be a vendor, queenology.net. Those of you that may need payment plans, queenology.net. Let nothing stop you from making your way to Queenology 2024 in Atlanta, Georgia this year. Tickets are going very quickly. I would love for you to meet us in Atlanta, August the 23rd through the 25th. Queens from around the world are coming. Queens from around the world are rising. It is going to be a coronation. It is going to be a crowning. Hello. This is RC Blakes, and I want to welcome you back to another Monday night. Let's talk with RC Blakes. Please do me a great favor and invite some others to come in and to be a part of this conversation tonight, which is a subject that, quite honestly, we cannot talk about too much. there seems to be no end to a lot of the rhetoric that tends to pull women out of their virtue and pull women into a place of compromise when it comes down to dating. And so today I want to talk about why a woman chasing a man never works. Why is it that a woman chasing a man never works? And I keep hearing all of this stuff, in social media world and otherwise, that, women have to learn to take the initiative, and women have to feel free to shoot your shot. And, I understand very well that a woman has a responsibility in a connection with a man, but I stand on my square. It is never wise for a woman to chase or to pursue a man. Go and look at some of my other videos on this particular subject. I stand on that. Now, the question, should a woman chase a man? And I want you to hear this. Listen to this very carefully. I'm going to try to just kind of speak from my heart today, though I clearly have my notes. But the question, should a woman chase a man, can only be answered fairly, and I say fairly because I do understand that there are those that disagree with me. I get it. But it can only be answered fairly after honestly answering, I guess, what we could call a preliminary question. And the preliminary question, or even questions, would be, does the woman view herself as a wife? Before we can answer the question, should this woman chase a man, the first question that must be answered is, does this woman view herself as a wife? And the second question is, does she desire to date for marriage or just frivolous activity? Because I think my position many days comes from the place where I just assume the virtue of a woman. I assume that, all women view themselves as virtuous and all women desire to be wives. And I know that's not true, but I sat and I thought about it before I approached this subject. Is it right for me to pursue a man, RC? Do you view yourself as a wife? Because you have to be a wife to be found a wife, right? You got to be a wife long before the wedding. And are you intending to date for marriage, or are you just dating for sex? Now, if you view yourself as a wife, and if you're dating with the intention of marriage, hopefully this leads to marriage, the answer to the initial question, is it right for a woman to pursue a man or chase a man? The answer then is no. Wives don't chase and pursue. And if you're dating with the intention of marriage, the worst thing you can do is to come out of the gate pursuing a man, shooting your shot. When a woman is dating for marriage, she has to follow the proper order. Wives do not chase, wives do not pursue, wives approve. Wives are found, men search, men pursue, I don't even think men should chase, because anything you have to chase is running from you, right? So men should pursue. Women should approve. Now, here's the question, and I may have answered this question to some extent just in my initial statements. Why does a woman feel the need to chase? Maybe she doesn't view herself a wife. Maybe she just wants sex so bad that she feels she has to chase for it. Well, here are a few things that I listed. She views attachment as identity. A woman will feel the need to chase a man or to pursue a man because she lacks a sense of personal identity. And somewhere in her broken consciousness, she believes that attachment to a man on any level gives her a sense of identity. She just wants to be able to change. She wants to be able to change her profile on social media to in a relationship. So she chases because of a lack of identity, and she believes that any attachment, even if it's toxic, any attachment to a man gives her a false sense. She thinks it's a legitimate sense, but it's really a false sense of identity. Kind of like Leah in the Bible, where, Jacob, go read the story, he married two sisters. He loved one, he hated the other. He loved Rachel, he hated Leah. And he married Leah only for political reasons. He didn't really want her. And Leah kept giving him babies, and she kept thinking that was going to make him love her. He never loved her. It's because attachment to a man does not render you your true heart's desire. The second thing I listed, why do women feel the need to chase? Women that feel the need to chase have been masculinized and desensitized to your virtue. You've been masculinized and you've been desensitized to your virtue. So you don't see yourself as God sees you. You don't see yourself as the most precious thing God ever created. And now you're living in, a world of feminine men that will argue you down that you are not the prize. And we're going to talk about that a little bit today, that somehow they are the prize. And I almost use language every time I think about a man saying, I'm the prize. And I get it, because I have some friends that say, I'm the prize, I'm a prize. And I get it. I know what they're saying. They're of great value. They're of great worth. They are to be respected. They are to be honored. They are to be appreciated. But the language, I am the prize, we'll get into that. Let me not go ahead of myself. But women feel the need to chase because you've been masculinized and desensitized to virtue. So you just bouncing around here
and you shooting your shot. You just like a dude around here. You just going, you see what you want, you going after what you want. You gonna get what you want. Man, come on. Come on. Go sit down with that. Third thing I listed is your virtue has been perverted by culture. When you sit and you listen to all of these people and you get all of this dating advice from people that can't spell man, you want to go and get all of this dating advice from women that have never had a successful relationship with a man, and you listen to all of these broken little feminine men that tell you about they are the prize and you're not this and you hit the wall and all of this other stuff they pour into your spirit, your virtue has been perverted by the culture. You got to consume a lot less rather of the culture, and you got to get back to the kingdom of God. You got to move away from the culture, my dear, and you need to get back to the creator. The culture did not create you. The culture did not make you fearlessly and wondrously and marvelously. The creator did. And so it's the perversion of your virtue by the culture. And listen to what the word of God says about what the culture of the world can do to you. 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 through 17 reads like this: love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the culture, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. Isn't that what y'all's concept of type boil down to? Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life. Is not the Father, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. So let's get into it. I have 6 points I want to make tonight, and then I'm going to let you go. Why is it that a woman chasing a man will never work? Number one, when a woman chases, she signals that she is the leader. When you are out here chasing, shooting your shot, pursuing, whatever you want to call it, as a woman, you are sending the signal that I am the leader. Now, biblically, socially, historically, men have been viewed as the initiators in romantic relationships. And this view suggests that a woman taking the lead in initiating romantically may make a man feel less inclined to take charge in the relationship. Can I just say something right here, right now, without getting into too much trouble, without too much smoke? It has been this generation, the generation before this generation, of women that have reprogrammed the nature of men to sit back and wait to be pursued by a woman. This generation. You know why? Because women have become more and more sexually aggressive. And so when I was coming up, for a man to, have an opportunity to sleep with a woman, It meant that he had to have a great conversation. He had to know how to talk. He had to know how to woo her. He had to know how to say the things that she wanted to hear. Well, as time went on and women got more and more desperate, and then the culture started saying, oh, well, men are running out and y'all better try to hurry up and just do whatever you got to do to get you a man. Dudes they no longer had or have to have a rap or a conversation, because women are doing all of the work for the man. He doesn't even have to lead in terms of making the initial connection. The idea here is that allowing a man to lead can be empowering for him and can set a tone for the relationship where both parties can comfortably occupy their inherent roles. Because I don't care what you say, they can try to make everything, I don't know I forget the exact term they use, where there's no definition. You're a lie and the truth ain't in you. We are physically defined as men and women. We are psychologically defined as men and women. We are socially defined as men and women. And we are biblically, spiritually defined as men and women. And there are inherent roles for a woman to play and inherent roles for a man to play. Watch this, based on, if nothing more, than the hormonal composition. Women are structured to nurture more so than men. Can a man nurture? Sure he can. But women are structured to nurture more so than men. Men are structured to grind and get out and put 12, 18 hours a day. That's why men have more muscle. That's why the Bible tells men to honor the wife as the weaker vessel. Now, can women get out and do the work and put in the hours? Absolutely, you can. But when you come down to the ideal of the man and the woman, there are absolutely clear roles for men and women to play. And when a woman breaks out of the gate and takes the lead in developing a romantic connection with a man, she confuses the chemistry of the whole situation. Now, let's see. A woman that desires to initiate a relationship by taking charge will repel husbands. You see, because I hear some of you arguing right now. Well, there's a girl at the job. She shot her shot and she got a dude. Is he a husband? How many of these stories do you hear ending with them getting a husband out of it? Now, not mind you now, I said husband. I didn't say a wedding. Just because y'all got a wedding and limousines and cake and dresses and all of that don't mean you got a husband. I said, how many times do you hear of a husband coming out of a woman shooting her shot? Husbands are repulsed even, by a woman that won't have enough respect for his manhood to allow him to shoot his shot. Husbands are manifested. The reason God will manifest your husband, is for him to provide, to protect, to lead, to teach, to cover within the partnership. I like to use language intentionally because folk will hear me say, well, God provides husbands to lead, and automatically assume that I'm saying women are not leaders. Women are leaders. In fact, about it, women probably do more leading in the family context than the man in terms of the in-house stuff. But a woman has to have, if she's going to respect him, she has to have a man that is capable of leading and willing to lead. Well, if you didn't allow him to lead, by way of the initial connection, don't expect him to be leading, after you've concocted something. If a man is not enough leader to say, hello, my name is, what's yours? I wouldn't trust him too much to provide for the family. I wouldn't trust him too much. Okay. Let's see. Where a woman projects herself as the lead, a masculine man becomes unnecessary. Let me read it again. Where a woman projects herself as the lead, a masculine man is unnecessary. So even in the initial connection, when you coming out of the gate and you won't even give the brother time to make a move, and there you are pursuing him, you passing him your number. Man, you're supposed to have more self-respect for yourself than that. You really disrespect yourself. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I know y'all out there listening to all of these people tell you to do all these foolish things, but you have completely disrespected yourself when you sit up in more than likely something like a club and you sliding your number into the hands of a man with a dress that's about 2 or 3 sizes too small for you. And then you wondering why it is you turn 30, 40, 50 and you ain't got no husband. It's because your behavior repels husbands. Husbands are not going to stick around for your kind of antics. Listen to what the Bible says in 1 Timothy 3 and 5, and this is the Passion Translation. It says, for if he's unable to properly lead, talking about the husband now, his own household well, how could he properly lead God's house? So a man that would be qualified for leadership in the house of God is saying he got to first be a leader at home. If he can't be a leader in the initiation of the relationship, how can you assume he's going to be a leader at home? Listen to what Ephesians 5. If you got to take the lead in terms of saying, hello, my name is, here's my number, and you're the woman, where do you think that's going? Ephesians 5, 22, 23 says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. So now when we see that word submit, wives, submit yourself to your own husbands, everybody gets triggered, but calm down right now. You don't need to get triggered, because a very practical purpose for a feminine woman to submit to a masculine man is to see where he's bringing her. Where are you leading? And that submission starts, in my opinion, in the initial interaction. If you can't just sit in your feminine and smile and make eye contact, all of these things are appropriate. If you smiling and you're making eye contact with a man, and that ain't enough for him to swoop in and say, well, hey, looking at you, my name is, and XYZ. See, when you look at submission, it's really about feminine waiting on masculine to do its job so feminine can do its job. When feminine gets ahead of masculine, the order has been disrupted, because men should always take the lead. Now, number 2, why is it, when you think about a woman chasing a man, why does it never work? Because number 1, you send out the message that you're the leader, and when you send out the message that you're the leader, you're going to only attract followers. Drop the mic. I wish I had a mic to drop. When you send out the message that I am the leader, you're going to only attract followers. So the only kind of little man you're going to attract with sending out that message about I'm the leader, I'm going to take charge, I'm going to shoot my shot, are feminine little followers that are always going to sit and wait for you to have all of the answers, to make all of the decisions. That's cute in the beginning. But wait till y'all get 4, 5, 6, 7 years deep, and you got children, and you got a home, and you got 1,000,001 decisions to make, and your little feminine man is waiting on you to make decisions. You shot your shot. Number 2, chasing a man signals that you see him as the prize. When you jump on out there chasing a man, you're saying to him, you are the prize. Whoever does the pursuing is saying to the one being pursued, you are the prize, and I'm going to do whatever is necessary to win you. Now, do you think that's the role of a woman, to win a big old musty man? Do you think is that the reason the Creator made you? To be out here trying to win a big old crusty, rusty, dusty, musty man? Do you really believe that? Are you that broken in your head that you can't see what God has created when He created you? Chasing a man signals that you see him as the prize. If you handle him like he's the prize, it suggests you don't see yourself properly. And this alone will turn off serious masculine candidates and attract weak little feminine predators, or weak little feminine boys or predators who will take advantage of the woman's lacking self-knowledge. You don't know who you are? Okay, good. I can see you don't know who you are, because the way you're handling me is the way I should be handling you, but I don't have to, because you don't have a clue who you are, so I will take full advantage of your lack of knowledge. Now, again, is a good man valuable, and is a good man to be honored? Absolutely. But I'm very careful. And I do, again, I say I have some friends that use the language. They say, well, I'm a prize. I don't think they say I'm the prize, but I have some men that say I'm a prize too. And I guess I don't have I don't have a problem with that language maybe, but I choose not to use it. But I'm careful with using the word prize associated with men because of the process of gaining a prize. A prize is something you have to work for. It's something you have to qualify for. It requires intentional and aggressive pursuit to obtain a prize. Pursuit and honor are a man's part. Men should pursue. Approval and respect are a woman's response. Proverbs 18:22 says, whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing. And see, when this was written, we understood that the person looking for a wife is a man looking for a female. We were not confused. So the man that finds a wife, female wife, findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord. So even the Bible tells you that a man that gets you gets favor. God commands the man to love the wife. One portion of scripture says when a man takes a wife, he should be free at home for a whole year to learn how to live with his wife. And the Bible puts it this way: cheer her up. Because you are the prize. But when you chase, you send the signal that the man is the prize. Thus, this is why you have a feminized generation of men today. They've been mamaed to death, and they've been coddled by a generation of women with broken consciousness who are desperate for a body in the bed rather than a man in her life. 1 Corinthians 11, 7 through 9 reads like this: For man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of God, but the woman, here it is the glory of the man. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. The woman was a special gift from God to the man. And the Bible says the woman is the glory of the man. She's the crown of his life. My most precious accomplishment is Lisa Blake's. I am judged around the world to be a wise man for the quality of woman I chose to be by my side, because she is the prize. So this point is not about discouraging women from being proactive in your love life, but rather about maintaining a sense of self-worth and staying in your place as the prize. Don't come down. And allowing romantic interest to be properly initiated. If a man cannot initiate, he cannot perpetuate. If he is not enough man to initiate it, he's not enough to perpetuate it. And you are the prize. Never send the message to a man that he's the prize. A man is not. He's a blessing. He's a gift. Yeah, there you go. I like that for a man. A man is a gift, but a woman is the prize. A gift is something somebody can give you. A prize is something that has to be won, earned, pursued. Just my old fogey way of thinking. Number 3, when you chase, you signal that you don't require cherishing. Why does chasing never work? When you chase, you are signaling that you don't require cherishing. And can I tell you something? Your feminine soul requires cherishing. The analogy of hunting, depicts the effort traditionally expected from a man in the pursuit of a romantic relationship. If a woman takes on this role completely, it may suggest that she does not need or want to be cherished and or pursued. If you ran me down in the beginning, you should run me down for the rest of our lives. And so now when your feminine soul is deficient of cherishing, and I'm ill-equipped to provide it, you don't need to ask what happened. What happened was you went out and you chased the little man that did not do his part in the partnership. And now when you need him to be what he should have demonstrated from the beginning, he doesn't have it. And now you need it. And so now you're married to this little feminine man that lacks all of the masculine qualities of a husband. And so now your heart, your inner woman is longing for certain things. So now you're considering having an affair because the man at the job, he cherishes you, but the little man at your house, he doesn't know how. You knew he didn't know how in the beginning. The concern is that this could lead to the woman being taken for granted when you're not cherished. When a woman is not cherished, the first thing your mind tells you is, I am being taken for granted. I'm being used. With all of the things a woman got to do to keep a man and a family together, come on now. And you don't even have a man that knows how to cherish you because you trained him not to? By cherishing him? Now, in biblical terms, cherishing one's spouse is seen as an important aspect of love and marriage, especially a man relating to his wife or to his spouse, his woman. Listen to what Ephesians chapter 5, verses 28 and 29 says. It says, so ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourisheth and cherisheth it, even as the Lord the church. So when you pursue a man, when you chase a man, you're saying to that man, here's a low-maintenance woman that doesn't need cherishing. And quite honestly, a husband does not want a low-maintenance woman. And when we talk about low maintenance, we're not talking about spending money unnecessarily relative to a woman being high maintenance. Every would-be husband wants a high-maintenance woman, a woman he has to meet the standard for, a woman he has to please, a woman that he has to cherish, a woman that he has to respect. And he understands that the day he does not meet these standards, that's the day his woman is gone. This is what makes that woman very precious to that masculine man. But when a woman comes in treating the man like, I don't need to be cherished, I'm low maintenance. No husband wants a low maintenance woman. And when you pursue a man, you are sending that message. I don't need to be cherished. Number 4, chasing indicates you lack confidence in your feminine energy. Chasing indicates that you lack confidence in your own feminine energy. Are you not enough woman? Are you not bad enough of a woman to wait on a man that is smart enough to recognize all that you are? When you're chasing, you're saying to a man, I don't have a lot of confidence in my feminine energy, so neither should you. I'm probably not the one you want. Because here's the reality. The greatest aspect of feminine energy, the greatest attraction for a masculine man to a feminine woman is her mindset. Y'all out here thinking it's your metrics, your size, your age, and all of this other kind of stuff, and it's really your mindset. Because some of y'all are what the world says, you're the perfect size. And yet you have girlfriends who are the absolute wrong size, but they got husbands. Right? You're the perfect age. And you got girlfriends that are supposed to be at an age where they hit the wall, but yet they getting married. What's the difference? It's mindset. You see, when a woman lacks confidence in her own femininity, she then loses the capacity to magnetize masculine men. So this point is about embracing and trusting your femininity to attract the right man at the right time in the right way. It's kind of like I heard somebody say, and I don't remember where I heard this, but I heard somebody saying it's so true. Just as flowers do not chase bees, but attract them through their beauty and their essence, neither does a conscious feminine woman have to chase men. Rather, let me bring that deeper. Neither does a conscious feminine woman have to chase husbands. They are husband material men are attracted to her quiet, confident essence. So the suggestion is that a woman should also trust in her own allure to draw the right partner to herself. See, if you don't have, as a woman, if you don't have enough to attract him, you definitely don't have enough to keep him. I love a statement made about the Proverbs 31 woman. In Proverbs 31 and 18, it says, "She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night." She perceived that what she was selling was good. She didn't have to mark it down. She didn't have to, put people in strange suits on the corners twirling signs. She perceived that her merchandise was good, and her candle did not go out by night. She knew her merchandise was good because she was constantly working on it. You see, you can have confidence in your femininity as a woman to attract the right kind of man when you're constantly working on your femininity. And it's a challenge today for a woman, because today the culture demands that a woman vacillate in and out of masculine to feminine on a regular basis. The world's going to demand that you operate in masculine. Feminine is something that you're going to have to tap into and practice intentionally, because the world wants to bury your essence. But a woman's inherent brand is femininity. Femininity. That's your inherent brand. That's the brand God gave you. Femininity. The brand of a man, the inherent brand of a man is masculinity. Can a man operate in feminine? Sure he can. Can a woman operate in masculine? Sure she can. But her brand is femininity. So when you work on your femininity, you can be confident in the process of dating to a point that you don't have to worry about shooting your shot, pursuing or chasing a man. You have worked on and you are perfecting your femininity to a point that like the flowers don't chase the bees, the wives don't chase the husbands. When a woman is sincerely confident in her feminine value, she wins a man's heart for real. Not for just 5 minutes of deception, if you catch my drift. When a woman perfects her femininity, she wins a man's heart for real. Proverbs 5:18-20 emphasizes, when you read it, how a husband is ravished by the wife of his youth, and how he'll be satisfied. He should be satisfied with her all of his days and never drawn to a strange woman. When you perfect your femininity, not only will you, just read Proverbs 5:18-20. Not only will you be able to attract a man, approve of a man, but you'll be able to sustain that attraction. Number 5, when a woman chases, she stigmatizes herself. This is why chasing never works. You stigmatize yourself when you chase. When a woman chases, she is automatically put into a non-serious category. Yeah. When you chase, when you pursue a man, when you slide in your number, right? And He calls you 3-4 weeks later, leaves you a message, and you responding back in less than 30 seconds, and you blowing his phone up. You called him 7 times. He hadn't called you once back yet. You the one making the date. You're put into a category. All he's looking for out of you is sex. He don't want nothing else from you. Sex. When you pursue a man, probably 98% of the, 95, let me say that. Maybe 95% of the time, a man views you as nothing but a sexual opportunity. What you've done is you've poured into his ego. He said, oh, this honey on me. She sweating me hard. She gonna be easy. Go ask your daddy if I'm telling you the truth. Go ask your brothers if what I'm saying to you right now is the truth. Go ask your girlfriend's husband if what I'm saying to you right now is, when a woman pursues a man, he automatically says, okay, she sweating me so hard, she gonna be easy. And so all you are now is a sexual opportunity. He's not seeing you as a potential mate. He's not seeing you as a potential wife. No, his wife would never be a woman that would pursue him and run him down. He wouldn't even have that. He wants a woman that he has to work for. You are no work. Because the general consensus is that a woman that chases is loose. Listen to what Proverbs 6, 24 through 26. Listen to how it reads. Man, my time is gone. It says, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery, listen to the descriptions now, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman, lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. This woman is pursuing this man. She's sweating him, running him down. And she's considered a strange woman, an evil woman. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. See what I mean by stigmatized? When you're out here pursuing men, men see you fitting into all of those categories, when the reality may very well be you are a very good woman that has just been made desperate by the mixed signals you're getting from the culture, and you've not had a father to sit you down and say to you, never chase a man, because this is how you're going to be categorized. So now you can see why women that chase are never considered wives. Now, does it ever happen? Of course, I'm sure it happens extremely infrequently, very seldom. Might a woman chase a man and something come of it? Maybe the man is mature enough to look beyond, the moment and really get to know the heart of the woman. That's possible. But is that going to be the case most of the time? No, because the man's mind is going to automatically be shifted to you as a sexual object. And so after you get through chasing and you start having, time together while you're trying to shift it to something serious and more meaningful, he's reaching for your skirt. He's reaching for under your skirt. And that's because of the way it started. You were stigmatized by initiating. Now, number 6, and I'm done. Chasing a man is out of God's order. Well, you knew I was a preacher when you came here. Don't come and tell me about you ain't no Christian. You don't go to church. You knew I was a preacher. You've been knowing I'm a preacher. It's out of God's order. Maybe you can't get no husband because maybe God is the one that provides husbands. And maybe you're out of God's order. Because when you go to the book, Genesis, God made Adam, right? Made him a provider, made him a protector. Then God said, it's not good for him to be alone. I'm going to make him a helpmeet. God put him to sleep. God reached into his side, pulled out a rib, made a woman, fashioned her and all of that kind of thing. And then at some later point, he brought her to the man and presented her to the man. God brought her and presented her to the man. God brought Eve to her husband. God created this union. Maybe you can't get a husband because you're constantly pursuing, and for a woman to pursue is out of God's order. He that findeth a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor of the Lord. You're the favor. You're not the finder. And so maybe you're so busy working on being the finder that you've not worked on being the favor enough. And so maybe when husbands come around, you're preoccupied with finding, and you're not in the order of God in terms of being. You see, the flowers don't have to find the bees, they just need to be. And the bees find the flowers. The flowers do the being, and the bees do the finding. Chasing a man is out of God's order. Proverbs 19:21 says, "Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." If you don't align with God's purpose for a thing, all of your plans will come to naught. And so there you have it. I'm certain that this won't be the last time I will talk about this, because chasing a man is just whack. You just look ridiculous. And you can say what you want. Type all that stuff with your little greasy fingers. I don't care what you type. You look whack. Even the people that's entertaining you, they leaving away from the encounter saying that chick is whack, but I'm going to take advantage. That's how brothers talk. That's what they're saying about you. That's what they're saying about you. And so somebody had to tell you, I thought I'd be the one. You ain't got to listen, but I told you. So I hope you got something out of this today, and I need you to do a few things for me. First of all, thanks to all of you who are in here tonight. I need you to share this. I need you to like this. I need you to like this. Please make certain that you hit that like button. Thanks to all of you that have sown into our lives today. Lisa and I appreciate you so much. Don't forget, if you need counseling, there's a link for BetterHelp Counseling in the description. If you use that link, it will afford you an opportunity to meet with a counselor via telephone, computer. I mean, it's just amazing how you can gain the help you need from the privacy of your own life. If you use that link, it will afford you 10% off of the cost of the counseling. And in turn, they will make a deposit into RC Blake's Ministries. Don't forget to go to Amazon, pick up all of my books while you're there. Be a blessing to the ministry in that way. There's this online program that I produced entitled Transcending the Father Wound. If you go to rcblakes.com, I want you to check it out. It will set you completely free. Now, Lisa and I are looking forward next month in June. We're going to meet many of you in Egypt. You're coming with us. As Lisa and I go to explore Egypt, we're bringing many of our community members. We have 2 different groups that are going, so we're going to be in Egypt for a while. And I'm just excited about getting a chance to meet many of you, and let's have this amazing experience together as a family. Yes, don't forget July. I'm turning 60. I don't usually make a big deal out of birthdays, but I'm turning 60 years old, man. And I'm grateful for it. I'm not trying to go buy a sports car. No crisis, just gratitude. And they're having an amazing celebration for my 60th in New Orleans. And I understand that they have something going on in Houston as well for my 60th. If you desire to be a part of that, go to rcblakes.com, and I think you can get tickets. The one in New Orleans is it's a black tie affair at the Ritz-Carlton. So we come in with tuxedos. You know, I love putting on my tuxedo. And of course, in August, we'll be in Atlanta with Queenology. Now, listen, I'm done. I need you to make certain that you share and like this. Help me to reach more people. Like this before you leave out. Lisa and I are so appreciative. We love you so much, and we thank God for you. And as we always say, you are on top, you're going higher, God has more in store for you. So we will see you at the top. God bless you. Until next time.
We here at RC Blakes Ministries want to thank you for spending this time with us today. RC and Lisa are always honored to have you with us. Don't forget to reach out to us by visiting our website at www.rcblakes.com. While you're there, you may join our mailing list and receive a free download of The Laws of Manifesting Your Vision by RC Blakes. Also look at all of the online programs by RC. You may find all books written by RC and Lisa. Once again, all of us here at RC Blakes Ministries want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And as we always say, see you at the top.
My queen. Wonderfully made. She's heaven's angel, so strong, even in struggle, yeah. When life comes like a storm from every angle, she rises above it all, the backbone of every home. Nothing compares to all she do. True meaning of every family. She's the glue. Yeah. Where would we be without you? You brought us Martin, Malcolm, and Obama. Yeah. And Jesus too. Oh, she's sophisticated, strong, simply amazing, humble, honest, and helpful, educated, ebony, eccentric, empowering. She's a queen, she's a queen. You better treat her like a queen. Oh, Her strength is amazing. Life inside, 9 months she's carrying. Back to work, cause the family she's carrying. Society don't give her just due, but she prevails and stands tall. A champion